Good Tuesday evening, April 29th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. An employee of the Wenatchee Safeway store was cited for misdemeanor assault on Sunday for allegedly spraying a carload of customers with a fire extinguisher. A three-vehicle pileup south of Okanogan injured two people on Sunday, including a 77-year-old woman. Less wind, sunshine, and warmer temperatures in the forecast through the rest of the week. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. A Wenatchee police officer was suspended 4 days without pay for violating several departmental policies after he pulled over his wife and interfered in the investigation of her potential DUI. Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, reports Officer Scott Moen was the subject of an internal investigation following the December 19th incident. Police Chief Edgar Reinfeld says Moen was sanctioned for violating policy and received days off without pay. The department's internal report says Moen pulled over a car that he didn't know was driven by his wife, suspecting the driver was impaired. When he learned his wife was driving, he removed his body-worn camera, took her car keys, and called her father to pick her up. Moen is still employed at the department and has since returned to duty. An employee of the Wenatchee Safeway store was cited for misdemeanor assault on Sunday for allegedly spraying a carload of customers with a fire extinguisher. Wenatchee police say the 30-year-old man was working in the Safeway fuel station at 5th and Miller Street and warned a man sitting in a Jeep not to use a vape while gassing up because of risk of fire. The man swore at the attendant and walked a short distance away to continue vaping. Shortly after that, police say the attendant stuck the hose of the extinguisher through the window of the Jeep and discharged it, spraying all four occupants inside. He allegedly told police he wanted to prevent a fire or explosion. Safeway told officers the attendant did not report the situation to his superiors before taking action. He was freed on $1,000 bond and told to make his first appearance May 12th in Chelan County District Court. About 20 demonstrators protested the strenuous pace of immigration arrests and deportations under President Donald Trump on Monday. The site they chose was just outside the Homeland Security office in the lower level of the Wenatchee City Hall building. The federal office manages immigration and deportation procedures for north central Washington. High-profile arrests and removals like that of Kilmar Abrego Garcia of Maryland have energized public actions against the agency.
Right now, we're just coming together to show that we are in support of the immigrants in our community and that we do not agree with the mass deportations that are happening and the loss of due process. And it's honestly troubling times because if we don't fight for what's coming now, it's just going to exacerbate and continue on until the queer people are next. And, you know, it doesn't end well for anyone if we don't speak up now. I actually witnessed in January, late January, early February, I witnessed a woman who was being detained by ICE right over here, and she was wearing a skirt and a t-shirt, no jacket, no blanket around her shoulders, nothing. And she was just kind of being pushed around by them, and I drove by and had to pull over because I was sobbing, and I was just like, what can I do that's legal? And this was it. So this is the second one that I've done, and I hope to keep doing more because until something changes, we have to keep speaking up. It's wonderful to see the support that the community has, and it goes to show that there are many of us out here who aren't in agreement with what's going on and do want to see change. But of course, we can always do more because here we are still. I am a citizen who loves my country, and I'm terrified for what's happening. And because I love this country, I have to speak up. And if you love your country, you should speak up too.
The body of an Okanogan County woman missing since last fall has been recovered. Sophia Sorensen Amaro was 21 years old in late November when she went missing from Oroville. Her vehicle was found November 21st in a rural area near Loomis. Searchers stalled with the approach of winter and were finally suspended in early December. The Okanogan County Sheriff's Office and 20 searchers from 7 partner agencies resumed the recovery effort last Thursday, and Sophia's remains were found shortly before noon, not far from the area where her car was located last year. Her family said she'd returned home from mental health treatment shortly before her disappearance. When we come back, a 3-vehicle pileup south of Okanogan injured 2 people on Sunday, including a 77-year-old woman. And Chelan County Public Works won't be chip sealing this summer as the department evaluates its preservation program. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, so relax. It's done.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
A 3-vehicle pileup south of Okanogan injured 2 people on Sunday, including a 77-year-old woman. The Washington State Patrol says 31-year-old Richard Funk of Okanogan caused the crash on Highway 20 when he failed to yield in an intersection and turned his Ford Taurus in front of an oncoming GMC Terrain. That SUV, driven by 77-year-old Ellen Zimmerman of Okanogan, crashed into the Taurus and flipped onto its side, eventually striking a Toyota pickup that was waiting at the intersection. Funk and Zimmerman were both injured and taken to Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak. The precise cause of the crash is under investigation. Chelan-Douglas County Volunteer Attorney Services recognized 4 local legal professionals earlier this month for making a difference in the community. The organization held its Justice on the Move Gala on April 19th, where the awardees were announced. Northwest Immigrant Rights Project Deputy Director Vanessa Gutierrez was honored for commitment to community, and lawyer Colby Cameron earned Pro Bono Attorney of the Year. Additionally, paralegal and coordinator for Wenatchee for Immigrant Justice Rachel Pashkowski was awarded Legal Services Champion, and Judith Laurie was recognized with the Professionalism and Civility Award. According to the nonprofit, the Justice on the Move Gala raised $165,000 to continue to support the organization's mission of free legal representation for those who can't afford it. Chelan County Public Works won't be chip sealing this summer as the department evaluates its preservation program. Chip sealing is a coating of liquid asphalt and gravel applied to an existing roadway in need of rehabilitation. The county says this year road crews will instead focus on repairing potholes, completing drainage work, and other duties. Public Works is expected to set aside some savings by not chip sealing this summer and review different means of rating pavement in the future. Chip sealing will return next year. When we come back, students in Westside High School's day program learned last week that life happens during an all-day financial simulation. More on that in tonight's feature story. The wind shuts off tomorrow and our temperatures are warming up all the way into the 80s on Friday. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Celebrate Apple Blossom with the Stamilk Grand Parade Saturday, May 3rd at 11 a.m. on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Mary Mays, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the Stamilk Grand Parade Saturday, May 3rd on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
Students in Westside High School's day program learned last week that life happens during an all-day financial simulation. Each student adopted the identity of a resident from the fictional Shinatown and was handed a packet of fake pay stubs and bills. The simulation also included real professionals from local businesses like Save Mart, the Plaza Superjet, and Animal Hospital of Wenatchee, who volunteered their time to join the event. The program was in partnership with Consumer Jungle, a local nonprofit that offers financial education opportunities for students and teachers. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News spoke with event organizers to learn more about what the day looked like for the students.
This is my event. We live in Shinatown, so it comes from my classroom. We just did it on a large scale. I've always done it for my final and personal finance in my class, and we always have wellness days, and so they decided, why don't we do something bigger than what we've done? So they're like, Sheena, can you do Shinatown? And I was like, yeah, I think we can do that. And then I reached out to Luke Evans at Consumer Jungle, and we partnered with them so that we could get, we got them to pay for lunch, and they came in, they brought all these volunteers, so that's how we got it all organized together.
It's been really fun. It's just to hear these students having conversations and hear them. I think for me, I feel like adulting is a process that never ends. We're always gradually waking up to a new awareness, and you can see that happening with some of these kids in the conversations, like, oh, I got kids and I got to think about, getting the right size car, and I need to think about extra clothing expenses and food expenses. And so it's fun to see these awarenesses and these realizations dawn on the faces of these students here, these young adults.
It's very detailed. Everybody has actual paychecks, so like they're printed on business paychecks. Everybody has pay stubs that have everything that would be taken out if you worked in the state of Washington, and they all have their names on them. Everybody has all their bills, so it's very, very meticulous to put together, especially on a large scale. One of the lessons I teach when we're talking about like savings is that you need to have money always, because life happens. And life always happens. Like, you're always gonna have something unexpected come up. In the morning, they go session to session and they choose like their house, their car, their cable and internet, their phone plans. They go through childcare. They go through EBT to figure out if they qualify for, like SNAP and the utilities and things like that, to see if they qualify for assistance. And they have to basically, the morning's all choosing. They just got done paying all their bills. So right now it's life happens. So they're kind of wandering around now, and they are paying those Life Happens, and they're learning life skills. So like changing a tire, going to the health clinic. Life Happens are a card that they get at the very end. None of them are good. They're all bad. It just kind of depends on how bad you're going to get. So they each get a Life Happens card, and then they have to go to that session, and then they choose 2 more sessions after that to go to. Life Happens might be a child, maybe your friend's child, doesn't matter, your child flushes something down your toilet, and now it's clogged. Or you woke up to a flat tire, or you fell down and broke your wrist, and now you have to go to the clinic. You hit a dog and you don't know whose it is, you have to take it to the vet. Basic Life Happens, you have to get oil changes and your filters replaced. Your circuit breakers are no longer working in your kitchen. Things like that. Besides being yelled at for them being poor, the response has been really good. They're actually having a lot of fun. They're actively engaged. I haven't seen most of them have said this has been amazing compared to the other things that we've done. So far so good.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a great Tuesday. Another windy one out there, our 4th day in a row of pretty significant wind. Boy, wasn't yesterday something? It continued into last night, and you can see as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Heights Tower camera that the wind's still blowing the grass around, the sagebrush, our camera moving, and we had plenty of wind once again today. The good news, plenty of sunshine after starting off with a lot of clouds this morning. So it did turn into a sunny day, and we are warming up, folks. By the time we get to Friday, almost all of us in North Central Washington will touch 80 degrees. Some of us already have in the Spokane Weather Office, the National Weather Service Office, Wenatchee and Lewiston, Idaho. We are the only 2 reporting towns that have seen 80 degrees, and of course we did it last Saturday on April 26th. But interesting enough, our normal date for 80 degrees here in Wenatchee is May 3rd. Our earliest date, April 6th, back in 1997 or 77, and our latest date to reach 80 degrees, June 20th, and that was just a few years ago in 2022. But as I mentioned, we did it last Saturday. It was a nice one today as far as temperatures go. 70 degrees unofficially here in the Wenatchee area. 66 is normal. Our record high, 83 degrees, set in 1987. Boy, what a mild morning we had. 54 our overnight low. That's 10 degrees above where we should be. 44 is a normal low, and 32 our record set in 1986. Sunrise this morning 5:48, and it sets tonight at 8:09. Let's get you into those Wednesday temperatures, and we are going to see a big improvement in our weather getting into Wednesday. 73s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. We will see 73 in Wenatchee as well as Eniat into Chelan. The warm spot up in Omak tomorrow at 74, 69 for Lake Wenatchee, 71 in Leavenworth, and a beautiful day in Cashmere with a high temperature of 72 degrees. Tonight we do expect mostly clear skies, still some breezy conditions, although the winds will let up a little bit through our evening hours. We'll see low temperatures tonight somewhere into the lower 40s, so back to where we should be for overnight lows. And then as we get you into Wednesday, this is the start of a really nice weather trend. 2 areas of high pressure will bring all kinds of clear skies, sunshine for Wednesday and warmer with high temperatures in the low 70s. So once again, we're getting above normal. For Thursday, May 1st, it is going to be gorgeous. Sunny skies and warmer with high temperatures on Thursday in the mid to upper 70s. And then as we get into Friday, of course, the Classy Chassis Parade, and we will cover that for you here on the NCWLIFE channel. We're going to see sunny skies in the morning through part of the afternoon. Clouds will roll in, and then about a 40 to 50% chance of evening showers. We're talking late evening showers, and look at that. High temperatures in the low 80s Friday afternoon. And then for the Stemilt Grand Parade for Apple Blossom on Saturday, unfortunately, a big weather change. Lots of wind, mostly cloudy skies on Saturday and cooler. We're talking highs on Saturday Saturday, only in the mid to upper 60s. So we're going to cool down about 15 degrees from Friday into Saturday. And then for Sunday, our weather gets a little bit better, maybe a little bit breezy Sunday afternoon, but we will see sunny skies and warmer temperatures with highs Sunday in the low 70s. So a nice way to end Apple Blossom 2025. And then for our next work week on Monday, boy, nothing but clear, sunny skies in our afternoon for Monday and warmer. High temperatures Monday in the mid 70s. All right, your 7-day forecast now. Tonight we'll drop down to 43 degrees. Boy, just a beautiful stretch of days Wednesday through Friday. 73 Wednesday, 77 Thursday. Remember, sun in the morning, maybe a shower Friday evening, and look at that high temperature of 82, and then a big weather change as we get into Saturday. Mostly cloudy and breezy, 67 our afternoon high temperature. Things warm up again then by Sunday and Monday with all kinds of sunshine, 72 Sunday and 75 your high temperature on Monday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Celebrate Apple Blossom with a classy chassis parade on Friday, May 2nd at 6 p.m. on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the classy chassis parade Friday, May 2nd at 6 p.m. on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
Happy Tuesday as the Mariners prepare to host the Angels while enjoying being in first place in the division. Seattle has the American League Player of the Week for the second week in a row. Jorge Polanco has been raking, especially over the past week, smashing 4 home runs and helping Seattle win 6 straight series.
Has he done it again? Has he done it again? Yes, he has! Jorge Polanco! He is absolutely on fire! Jorge Polanco continues to mag! And man, he didn't miss it. He is unbelievable right now. There is no stopping Jorge Polanco.
What an impressive start to 2025.
Polanco's heroics have helped Seattle wrestle first place away from the Rangers in the division as they welcome the Angels into town tonight. LA is 12-15, coming off a 3-game sweep at the hands of the Minnesota Twins. Bryce Miller will get the start for Seattle tonight. The Angels will go with Jack Kohanowitz. First pitch at 6:40. That's on Root Sports Northwest. Well, turning to the American League West, 3 of the 5 teams in the division were in action last night. Athletics edged Texas 2-1. While the Astros beat Detroit 8-5, Seattle leads Houston by a game in the standings, while the A's and Rangers were a game and a half back. LA comes to Seattle last place in the division. Well, Tyler Lockett has signed with the Tennessee Titans after spending the first 10 years of his career with the Seahawks. Lockett had a brilliant decade in Seattle, amassing over 8,500 yards and 61 touchdowns. The Seahawks put together a tribute for Mr. Tyler Lockett.
Number 16, Tyler!
Obviously, you never know when it's going to be the end. I always will be a Seahawk through and through.
With the 69th pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Tyler Lockett, wide receiver, Kansas
For
State.
me, regardless of who I'm going against, I'm going to win every time. That's just a mentality that I have.
He makes the catch, has running room midfield. 45, there he goes, 40, 35, 30, he's going to go. Tyler Lockett, the first time the kid touches the ball today, brings it back 57 for a touchdown. Holy smoke, this guy is electric.
He's been a marvelous pro, and he makes difficult plays look routine.
Back deep, looks, throws deep, got a man downfield, got a man out there, Tyler Lockett, he's got it! Touchdown, Seahawks! Here comes Tyler Lockett around the far sideline, to the end around, takes it to the house from 75 yards away. Tyler Lockett, it's a touchdown, Seahawks!
When I think about a guy like Tyler Lockett, he's a man that demonstrates everything that's good.
A selflessness that goes beyond measure, being a friend, being a real estate agent, helping guys get into houses.
For me, it's about figuring out what is my role, what is my part in this game of life.
What a catch! It's Lockett!
Tyler Lockett was in my room, I'm pretty psyched. He's kind of done everything. He can mentor anybody.
First down, Wilson keeps. Surveys, nowhere to go. Now he scrambles. Now he's going to throw to the back of the end zone. Reaching up, making the catch. Tyler Lockett. That is unbelievable. Lockett makes the catch. His third touchdown reception of the game.
The opportunities and things that he can do are endless.
He's the most clutch receiver I've ever played with. Every single time there's a big play to be made, he's right there to make it.
It's Lockett. Does he reach the ball across? He does. Yeah. It's over, baby. Touchdown. Seahawks, Tyler Lockett, my hero. Game over.
He's never not been at a top level of play.
Touchdown!
He's a really amazing teammate.
Lockett's the best athlete I've ever seen.
All the things that he's done, man, just being himself, just being Tyler. Like I tell him all the time, you're Tyler Lockett.
Lockett extends his career in Tennessee and could be catching balls from former Washington State Cougar quarterback Cam Ward. Thank you, Tyler Lockett. B.J. Kuntz is coming back to Wenatchee High School. The former athletic director and WHS graduate has accepted the position of Director of Athletics and Activities. The Wenatchee School District announced the hiring Monday afternoon in a news release. Kuntz served as Wenatchee's AD from 2012 to 2019 before accepting a position as second in charge with the WIAA. Most recently, Kuntz has been the AD with the Renton School District. Wenatchee began searching for a new athletic director when WHS principal and interim athletic director Eric Anderson accepted the position of executive director of learning, teaching, and schools. Anderson was juggling his principal and athletic director duties this year following the retirement of Jim Beeson. Kuntz was chosen from a pool of 3 finalists who participated in the interview and community forum on Thursday, April 24th. Pending board approval, Kuntz will begin her new role as the athletic and activities director on July 1st. This summer. Well, checking the prep scoreboard from Monday and some of the schedule for today, Chelan defended its home pitch yesterday by downing visiting Liberty Bell 3-1. The schedule today, Bridgeport makes the 14-mile journey on Highway 173 to face Brewster. Okanogan hosts Manson. Wenatchee's on the road at Moses Lake. Ephrata is hosting Grandview. Tonasket travels to Quincy. Cashmere plays at Highland. Cascade is hosting Omak. Eastmont is home versus Davis tonight at 7 o'clock. Girls fast pitch Monday. Sela swept Quincy 15-0 and 15-0. Bridgeport beat Manson by a touchdown, 22-15. Cashmere is hosting Wahluke in a doubleheader today. Tonasket is playing 2 at Brewster. Okanogan is hosting a twin bill with Manson. Lake Roosevelt plays a single game at Elmira Cooley Heartline. Chelan is hosting Cascade. Moses Lake welcomes Hanford. Waterville Mansfield's baseball team got a 10-run win over Cascade Monday, 17-7. 2 doubleheaders dot the schedule today, with Cashmere hosting Wahluke, while Tonasket's at Omak. Eastmont is hosting Eisenhower at Dan White Field. Wenatchee's on the road at Davis. Manson is hosting Okanogan. Ephrata visits Quincy. Brewster is hosting Liberty Bell, and Moses Lake is playing at West Valley. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.